jump in game and introduce our players. Down to the bottom right-hand side of the map, our blue Terran player is going to be KeeN. And to the top left-hand side of the map, our red pros player is Zest. Zest just lost out to Innovation, so let's look to see what will happen in his next series now against KeeN. Let's see if he can move on through. The winner of this will play against the winner of Hush versus Dark in the loser bracket round 3. So that's going to be coming up. And then we'll have loser bracket round 3, loser bracket final, and grand final left to come for you guys today. So, again, nice day of the Leifeng Cup. Lots of stuff to cast, lots of games to cast, lots of great games as well. Now, we are not going to be live tonight. I actually left my diary free tonight because originally I was going to go down to Leeds and see people and stuff, and I just don't have the time. Like, I really just don't have the time to go down to Leeds. So, I do have the night off, so we're not going to be streaming tonight, but I'm going to be getting other stuff done. Tomorrow, though, we'll be back with the SGL playoffs. We might even start early and do the OSC All-Stars in the morning into the SGL playoffs. Then in the evening, we're going to have the WardiTV Team League. Day number 2, Team Liquid play Cascade at 6:30 PM CET. And after that, we're going to be hopefully having Millennium Invasion, if any one of those teams actually get back to me to confirm their date. If not, we do have some replays of another match to cover instead, so we can bring you guys some other games. Either way, there'll be Team League tomorrow evening. Friday, we're going to have a special event through the day. As there isn't any SGL or anything on, we're going to have a special event through the day, so keep your eyes open for that. And, yeah, special event through the day, and other than that, just going to be, well, yeah, basically just a special event through the day on Thursday, so on Friday, which will lead into some stuff that happens through the week next week. No Leifeng Cup and no SGL next week, guys, because they're going on a break because of WCA and IEM. We'll be back the week after, the week of Christmas. But it does mean that we'll actually be doing something special next week to make up for the lack of the SGL and Leifeng Cup. We'll make sure you guys still have action at this sort of time of the day, because there won't be too much else going on. So we'll still bring you guys that action. And we'll be setting that up, and hopefully an announcement about that tonight. At the latest, it should come in tomorrow. Reaper coming down to the bottom right-hand side, having a little bit of a look to see what's up. So we're just moving on down to the bottom right, and we see Twilight Council on the way up here from Zest, just on the way in. So Zest going into this Twilight Council, and Reaper from KeeN just moving on around still. So we're just going to be popping up and looking to see what else is going on. So that's going to go for a super fast Dark Shrine. So a super quick Dark Shrine coming in here from Zest. Going to set on up and look to see where this goes. Stimpack is on the way up on this Rax. Has been pretty fast, kind of just Stimpack, second Rax. Not really much kind of factory-based pressure at all from KeeN. And no Starport is obviously quite interesting as well. We'll now drop an Engineering Bay down, which is going to be very important when it comes to defending against the Dark Templar. Some turrets can go a long, long way. Hopefully he does make some turrets, though. If he doesn't make some turrets, then he'll end up still just dying. He might just stop +1, you know. It doesn't, just because he built an Engineering Bay doesn't necessarily mean he's going to build missile turrets. So we shall see whether KeeN will get up what he needs to get up to help defend the DTs. Warprism already going down the right-hand side of the map, getting ready to put those DTs into the main base or so in the very near future. So Warprism coming through, and we'll warp in the DTs on the third base. I guess if he could maybe go into the main and warp in here if he would like to. There isn't too much vision, but he's just going to be sitting on the third base. I mean, he may as well sit on the third, because then he can send one DT in this direction too. No turrets just yet. Scans. Well, there's 1 in 14 energy, which is actually quite a long time to wait for a scan. And especially if you think about it, like, these DTs are going to start doing damage right now, so I really feel there's going to be a lot of damage done. Widowmine goes off, and that's going to be already a good chunk of damage on the Warp Prism, but that doesn't matter because the DTs are here, and they're starting to pick away at a lot of these SCVs. 7, 8 workers already going down, and now you just start to split the DTs up as well to minimize the effectiveness of the single scan, which is going to be available as Marines come in to try and fight against this. He actually has the Warp Prism nearby as well, so KeeN doesn't want to go for the scan just yet, knowing the Warp Prism might actually just lift up. Scan comes down over here. Widowmine actually picks off this DT in the middle line. 2 more workers though, and that's 12 workers now killed. The DT play has been fairly effective, honestly, and there's one more scan. DT does not get lifted. And 12 workers go down for 3 DTs. Not the end of the world from KeeN. Still a lot of damage taken as Zest has gone up into a 3rd Nexus, and as he goes up into a 3rd Nexus and so much more, he takes, well, he's down in army supply, but I think in general, the amount of damage he just did, he'll put him into a bit of a lead here. So Zest leading, 5 more gates on the way up from him as well, as he'll very comfortably just add on Blink on that Twilight counter now that he's already got the Dark Shrine up. So Blink coming in for him, that'll help him a lot in the drop-based defense. He hopes in 2 more DTs. Where are those DTs, actually? Because they are not over here. There's one more coming in from the Warp Prism. Where are the other ones? They all moved in at home. They're all going to start walking across the map in different directions. Take some map control, maybe pick away army, force scans, etc. And that's the sort of goal is. He does see this army coming across here with this Observer. And this DT will start to swipe away and again just forces the scans, slows the turn play down a little bit. The less scans he has here, the more scans he uses here, the less scans he'll have in the actual fight, where he might look to utilize DTs as well. 1 DT towards the 3rd, but nothing there just yet from KeeN, as he really just commits to the 2 bases. Another DT here already, scan instantly coming down as this army from the Pros player comes in from the natural, but man, Zest just doesn't have that much, which is maybe why he's kind of reliant on maybe the DTs doing a lot here. And the Mortal up on this high ground, but the Mothership pours over towards the 3rd, so this is not going to be very safe over here, as you can just see that KeeN is moving forward, taking down Adept after Adept. Now this Immortal's going to go down as well. Barrier already popped, and now a lot of pros will go down, but this DT, well, it will be a nuisance because he has used up his scans, and that is an issue. And that's what we were talking about before. The more scans he forces, the sooner he runs out. 2 more Medivacs, 6 more Marines continue to come on up. 2 Zards, 5 Stalkers building as well. I'm just going to be seeing this Mothership core dropping down 1 more overcharges to the side of the main base here. One more scan will actually try and get rid of this Archon. Actually, the Widowman will get rid of the Archon. Gets rid of the Observer overhead as well. The Mothership core going down. And KeeN's attack is continuing to do a lot of damage. The +1 upgrade on these Marines obviously will help him out a lot here as well. As these Stalkers do blink backwards now, Marines, so Medivacs come back in and start to heal up these Marines once again. As these Stalkers continue to kind of try and work their way against the Medivacs, so continue to try and do a little bit more. We're going to see another scan coming down. The Observer falls. So Observer going down, and well, Medivacs being targeted slowly by these Stalkers. KeeN really wants to try and get this 3rd base though. I mean, it might be a bit safer for him to try and go and get some of the workers. Either way, he actually has reinforcements coming in, which should help a lot in this. Few Zals coming forwards as well now from Zest, as KeeN still just has that huge army supply lead. He will lose maybe another one of these Medivacs, as it's actually getting very low and taking a shot every now and then. 2 more Medivacs in the center. As this may very well be the end of the 3rd base. Stalkers once again coming up the ramp though. KeeN turns to fight them, blinks away, keep them alive. Zest doesn't lose anything just yet. And this KeeN's micro and Zest's micro has actually been pretty good. Zest will in the end lose his 3rd Nexus. I mean, it's just inevitable. That's going to be GG. KeeN will take game number 1 of this best of 3 series. We'll go 1-0 up in this series due to BlizzCon and other events, Home Story Cup and so. So you guys are all awesome. We're trying to get back to 150 to begin with. If we can go past that towards 200, that would be really awesome as well. So that'd be pretty sweet, guys. As we settle up into this, we have to the bottom right-hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be KeeN. And to the bottom left-hand side of the map, it is Zest. And of course, if you're enjoying the stream, there's so many other ways to support as well. You can donate directly, you can, as I mentioned before, just subscribe, you can cheer in the chat. There are so many ways you can support, there's so many ways you can help me to stay as a full-time StarCraft 2 streamer, caster, content producer, bringing you guys action on a highly regular basis here in the StarCraft 2 world. It's pretty awesome. Alright, we're going to be seeing this assimilator going to be finishing up over here, and we're just going to be setting up this probe, just popping up to the high ground. Have a little bit of a look to see what's up and going on. So probe comes up to the high ground here, and just going to be seeing this barracks will be finishing up in a few minutes as well. So barracks will finish up shortly, as KeeN and Zest both going to be just having a little bit of a worker battle. KeeN will pull his worker off of the barracks momentarily to help against the probe, and the probe will give up on its cause as Rax finishes Marine opening, so it'll be a very fast factory coming down here. Does he build a CC first? He will build a CC, then a very fast factory though. But so factory reactor. Command center will come down. KeeN going up against a fairly fast expansion from Zest, who is 1-0 down in this series. I mean, not often you think of Zest being down in series, and well, if you guys knocked out here, this would be a pretty early knockout for someone like Zest. As we will have on the top side of the bracket, still going to be who's still up in the top side. So Innovation plays here in the winner bracket. It'll be interesting actually. I think the winner of this most likely will end up against Dark. And then the winner of that will probably play Hero or Innovation, and then the other in the grand final. So it's pretty interesting spot that we're in. Just going to see this probe continue to scatter around here from Zest, so having a little bit of a look-see to see what is going on, what is happening. Another ship core pops out. As the Robo facility drops down, so Zest with a very different opening to what we saw in the last game. Robo coming in early. And again, factory just to finish up here from KeeN. So factory finishes up and a starport coming down as well. And there is a tech lab coming down on that factory. So that's a bit of a different one. And tech lab on the factory, is this for a siege tank play, or what else could this be? Obviously you don't need a tech lab for a cyclone anymore. So more, I mean, it mostly kind of points towards a siege tank. So this could be super interesting. A tank-based opening on Newkirk. It's not exactly the smallest of maps to push across and be aggressive on. That, or he goes for a Raven-based opening, which is something we've seen a little bit of lately as well in the PvT, TVP matchup, but it's still a little bit kind of weird. And there it is. We have the tank starting up on this factory. So tank on the way. Marines again gathering together, working their way through those rocks, and the rocks will get popped down. We're going to be seeing a couple more gateways coming on up from Zest over in this main base. So a couple more gates on the way up over here. Medevac and the tank again will pop very soon to continue allowing our KeeN to kind of move across the map and be aggressive. It's again such a weird map to be aggressive on because it is a long map. You know, it does take a while to get across here. I guess his idea is that you'll pick up the tank and fly that across in the Medevac, and the Marines can leave a little bit sooner before the rest, as he can. Where is he going? There we go. Picks up the SCVs. Yeah, this is a build we see quite often lately. The 4 SCVs with the tank and the Medevac. Just as surprised we're seeing it on Newkirk, that is all. I know I've said it multiple times, but it really is. It kind of shocked me. No real pylon very close to the front either, which is actually problematic for Zest in terms of helping to push this back. Second tank, and now Liberator on the way as well. As KeeN, he will start to bunker up. He'll start to really fortify a position down here on the natural expansion. And that is going to make life very difficult here. As KeeN just walks straight on up. You know what? He might just straight up. Well, he might just run straight in towards this pylon. I think this bunker here is in range of the pylon, but at the same time, does he want to overcharge this pylon? Or does he want to use his overcharge down here? There is that bunker that will be cancelled instantly. But this is very problematic for Zest. He loses his pylon on the natural now. And Marines already going to come forwards. There's the overcharge to help push it away. But I mean, these Marines are still working their way through the Nexus. What is Zest meant to do? His blink isn't ready for another 20 to 30 seconds. And that's going to be a long time to wait while your Nexus is taken so... I mean, his Nexus is going to die before Blink finishes, put it that way. As here we go, tank is going to be getting taken down here pretty swiftly. Marines will come over to the right-hand side and target down the Stalkers. As the tank falls, I mean, the Stalkers have just taken so much damage. As Immortal gets his barrier popped instantly as well. 7 workers going down, and this bunker will finish towards the front, so that's going to be loaded into by our Terran player. Now another tank coming in as well. The 2 SCVs remain. Will try and repair the bunker, which is taking a lot of damage. The Immortal gets blown up. The Liberator comes in to zone these Stalkers back. Everything is happening at just the right time here for our Terran player, for KeeN. And this attack has worked out very, very well for him. He keeps the bunkers alive. Very well executed. You'll see the Observer going down as we'll see a blink on towards this siege tank. I mean, there's Marines in the bunkers still. There's Marines over here. He's trying to get rid of the Liberator. It's being repaired. It will fall. And that does give Zest a few more moments where actually his Nexus is still not quite gone down. These Marines will jump out of the bunker. Still not in range of the Nexus, though. The one's in the bunker, at least. As we're going to see him jumping back in over to this side now. Stalkers and the Motion Core moving in. He's just so much damage he keeps on taking. He's going to now target down the Nexus. He knows he can get it. The natural expansion falls, and Zest is just continuing to take so much damage here. A couple more probes going down. You can see them continuing to drop right now. Some more probes going down. You're going to see these Stalkers trying to target their way through this bunker. It's just not going to happen. I mean, even if it does happen, then what? KeeN is just in a great position back at home. Natural expansion is still alive. 16 workers ahead. His army supply is still pretty decent as he's just continuing to pick off another Stalker here. And now he finally lifts up, backs away, salvages the next bunker, gets some of the money back. I mean, what do you even do now? He adds on 2 more racks, which is completely the correct decision. Why take a third command center when your opponent doesn't even have a natural up, you know? You kill the natural, you don't need a third CC. You just need to go into your 4th and 5th racks, continue to apply pressure throughout the game. Another tank siege is up, and KeeN just going to reposition down over here, just down the ramp. I'm just going to see this Medevac coming up the top side to see where else it can go. So Medevac just continue moving to locations and see what else is happening. And KeeN is, again, just looking around, ready to kind of push across. Maybe he waits for Stim, maybe he waits for +1. I mean, you can't really blame him for that. I mean, they're pretty good upgrades. We'll have to deal with the Dark Templar here shortly. The Dark Shrine is about 75% of the way done. With that Dark Shrine being so close to finishing, maybe, just maybe, that's Zest's way back into the game, but he's got so much to do here. I mean, to kill 18 workers would not even put him into a good position. So kill 20 workers is really got to be as an absolute minimum with this incoming Dark Temple play. But even then, I just don't think that's going to be enough. Like, I really do not feel that will be enough in this. As we're going to be seeing this Warpism open in the free Dark Temple. Let's see what's going to happen. And you just look at how many units there is from KeeN. He doesn't have a scan though, so I mean, the DTs will have a lot of... Okay, there's one turret though in the middle line of the main. Turret gets surrounded instantly. He sees the DTs. Good response by KeeN, as we see immediately this group of DTs getting forced to lift. And there's one DT dropping down. 4 workers killed so far. Well, that's a beginning. And it's definitely a beginning. I love the unsieging of the tanks just to make sure the DT can't pick it off. Obviously, if you can get rid of tanks with DTs, very valuable targets to try and target down. So this one, DT still doing a little bit. KeeN's just like, cool. I mean, do what you want. You do what you want. I've got Stim, Combat, and +1 finishing. This is my time to go and fight. So I'm going to go fight. Your DTs won't do enough no matter what you do, so have fun with that. You actually might cancel combat shields a couple of seconds away. I mean, the repair comes down. It's going to stay alive. I mean, what are you really expecting? More work is going down the natural. Still waiting on a scan to help deal with these DTs and reinforcements as well. The thing is, as KeeN goes across the map, he knows for a fact that he's just going to be able to have enough here to realistically, you know, move in and just end the game. DTs will come in and start fighting again, though, and actually the scan's being used at home is obviously going to be problematic with that. Another turret coming up over here. This turret's still alive in the main base as well. KeeN stims on in, and the natural expansion already taking quite a lot of damage. Using that one scan already to force the DTs back. The natural falls, and KeeN already doing substantial damage. I mean, his arm is just so large that the damage he does is just so fast, and that the DT kind of damage doesn't really matter. He's going to kill off another pylon here. I mean, the more gates he unpowers at this point, actually, the less DTs that can come out. And even targeting the Dark Shrine would probably be the best option. I mean, no more DTs would really be kind of a real benefit, as KeeN is still losing a lot of workers back at home. He's lost 36. He's down to only 10 workers now. He still has no kind of turret over here. I don't know why there's Immortals over here either, but it is. And another scan to clean up some more DTs. Now there's no gateways powered, so Zest can't warp anything else in. He's got one more DT left. This became a lot closer than it should have been. A lot closer than it should have been, but still going to be KeeN's game. And that's going to be the GG for KeeN to take down Zest 2